There's a good amount of water in that thing.
There was.
Yeah, I mean, there was. Because we had to fill most of it up with water because we had a shorter stem on it. In which that stem, like, you smoke just the right amount. It's not too much.
Beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer.
Beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer.
Beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer.
Now you're watching a couple of dudes. It's a weekly yellow beer review.
We're recording.
Damn right we are. Did you do that?
Yep. While you were cleaning up bog water.
Why should I worry?
Alright, so
Why should I care?
welcome to the first of many weekly yellow beer reviews. We are your hosts. I'm Elliot,
I'm Matt.
and this is Spud Sanders. Spuds is always drinking with us. I think he's asleep.
Weekend at Spud Sanders.
We have a variety of, 7 different categories that we're going to grade each beer on. And it's a scoring system of 1 being the minimum, 5 being the maximum, or 1 being the worst, 5 being the best.
Yeah, scale of 1 to 5.
Yeah, scale 1 to 5, drunk David Hasselhoff's. The beer that we are going to review today is called STAG. Matt, what can you tell us about STAG?
So, yeah, I got this particular stag. I got this at Cape Girardeau, Missouri. It's right at the Boo Hill, Missouri, southeast Missouri. Yeah. What was I saying?
Well, you got it in Missouri, and so as far as we know, that's the only place you can get it. Beer pong ability. Yoda is still on the plastic bag.
Stag is kind of more malty. I think that's a plus for drinkability, but maybe a slight minus for beer pong.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh my god! Oh, what? Really smooth, especially when you got to drink like 3 cups all at once.
I mean, the whole point of yellow beer is to be able to drink a lot of it. It just did not taste as well with plastic. There is some yellow beers that do well with that.
Yeah.
More so than others.
Can make it more drinkable in other regards in our scoring system. For beer pong, it kind of takes away from it because you kind of feel like you're just drinking the cup and not the beer. It's still pleasurable, so we'll pencil it in. We'll put it in as a 4. That's 4 drunk Hoffs out of 5. Shotgun ability. Shotgun ability. I would rate that pretty highly. I would go a 5 on shotgun ability. It really goes down smooth. Pretty easy to shotgun. Pretty easy again because it doesn't taste like. There's not an aftertaste really. You can really just pound it back. So we'll go ahead and put that in as a 5. Drunk Hoffs out of 5 for shotgun ability, which leads us to burp ability. Best way to measure burp ability is right after you shotgun, because that's the hardest you're going to burp off of any beer. As you can see, we got a couple pretty solid burps there.
That's good ice cream.
We have 4 more categories, and we'll get into those right after this short bit of information you may not have known about Stag beer.
It goes good with ice cream.
I'll be damned. It goes good with ice cream.
For our next segment, which is going to be shower beer ability, we have to go to our shower beer correspondent, Matt, who is live in the field. So now we will go to him exclusively for the shower beer ability score.
Yeah. Fuck, this is a good ass shower.
What score would you give that?
5.
That is a 5 for shower beer ability.
5 hops.
From our shower beer correspondent, live from the field, Matt.
I can't imagine anything else other than the magnitude of 5 hops all put together in the shower with that beer. This beer. 24 cases Stags, about $17 each at a gas station.
If it was just that, I would give it a 4, or maybe I would give it a 3 on affordability.
It's kind of like a 3-ish.
I would give it a 3 on affordability.
But then I drove 240 miles to come over to Bloomington. 250 miles if you take account of a car that would travel highway speeds of about 30 miles per gallon. You're talking about some money. You're talking about maybe $40 at least. Just one-way trip.
Which makes it probably the most expensive yellow beer we will review.
I mean, it better be fucking good after that shit.
The final 2 categories that we consider, availability would be the next one. And in this case, from what we just talked about, would be another whopping 0 drunk hops out of 5.
Hey,
Since Matt asked that question, we have since figured it out. So our final category, to bring it all home, is drinkability. And that's exactly what it sounds like. How pleasurable is it to drink, period.
Did you know that I initially bought 48 of these beers and these are the last 2 surviving beers at this moment of our lives?
And that should be enough evidence for you, the viewer at home, to know we have drank 46 so far. And I think that's why, for drinkability, we will give Stag a 5 drunk hops out of 5. It's a very drinkable beer. If you live in an area where you can get it, we recommend getting it, drinking it out of the can. It's a solid beer pong beer. It's a very good shower beer, crisp cold in a hot shower right when you get off work. And just like regular drinkability, just drinking it straight up out of the can, we give it a 5 out of 5, hands down. If we could give it 8 hops, you know what? Let's give it 8 hops.
8 hops. I'll drink
8 hops out of 5. We're giving it 8 out of 5 for drinkability. Beer pong ability. Four drunk hops out of 5. Shotgun ability. Now remember, Matt, this is for science. 5 drunk hops out of 5. Burp ability. 5 drunk hops out of 5. Shower beer ability. Welcome back to Weekly Yellow Beer Review. Our next category.
Actually, walk in the bathroom right here. Before you even turn it on, just walk in the bathroom right now and show you something.
5 drunk hops out of 5. Okay. Affordability, which makes it probably the most expensive yellow beer drunk huffs out of
We
5.
will review.
I mean, it better be fucking good after that shit.
Availability.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I
0
saying?
drunk huffs out of
Well,
5.
you got it in Missouri, and so as far as we know, that's the only place you can get it.
Drinkability. An 8 out of 5 drunk huffs, which leads to an average score of 3.88. Our first beer that we reviewed on Weekly Yellow Beer Review, from those of us here
Hey,
drinking Stag,
that's right.
we thank you for watching. I'm Elliot.
I'm Matt.
This is Spud Sanders. We're sorry he barely made it today. Until next week, keep drinking yellow beer.
And we love you.
That's true. But only if you drink yellow beer.
Otherwise, go fuck yourself.
Cheers!